Hello, and welcome to Mechwarrior Online. Today I'm doing a quick review of the NovaCat Cobra Cat, the NCT-CC, or NCT, yeah, NCT-CC. The Cobra Cat's a hero mech, and this thing is a bundle of joy. What makes this one special is it combines energy weapons with missiles in a very unique way, at least for the NovaCats. NovaCats are one of the only mechs that I have that I never change the components on, or the Omnipods. I typically just go with whatever the build is on these because they seem to work really well. I have two of the NovaCat Bs, or the Bravos, and I have one of the Cobra Cats, and I really like the way this is set up because it gives you additional defensive weapons right out of the gate. So let's take a look at this guy. First of all, what do you think of this paint job? I love this paint job. It really kind of basically defines my playstyle. Punishing and unrelenting. And by the way, for whatever reason, these circles, you see one there and part of one there, I put them up here, but they keep sliding down. I don't know. PGI loses it or something. Anyways, let's take a look at this guy. Let's just go to the quirks right off the bat. So you get a chassis C build bonus plus 30%, XP bonus plus 2.5%. It's nice to have both. Firepower, cooldown minus 10%, heat minus 10%. So that kind of works out to being equal. And what that basically means is cooldown allows you to fire them more often. Heat allows you to have a little bit more protection. The problem is when you fire them more often, you produce more heat. So I think this maybe kind of offsets it a little bit. Base survival armor plus 20. That is so rare on a clan mech. It is unbelievably rare. And then right torso and left torso, you're getting plus 15. Left arm and right arm, you're getting plus 20. Wow, that is a lot. Acceleration rate, plus 10%. Turn rate, plus 10%. Deceleration rate, plus 10%. So these are all things that really make up a really well-rounded mech. I mean, the armor, the extra armor is just absolutely staggering. This is a clan mech. Clan mechs don't usually do anything like that. I can't remember the last time I saw a clan mech that had plus 20 on the center torso. So, firepower, 104. Yeah, it's like that. Speed, 64.8. That's pretty good. It's not a lot, but it's faster than a lot of other heavy mechs. Armor, just about maxed out. Just shy. Heat management, 1.22. That's not incredible, but I'll tell you how this makes up for itself in a minute. So let's shut this down. So I'm running 4 LRM-20s. Now, I just learned last night that they may have done some things maybe in the back end. I didn't see anything in the reviews about them fixing the missile quirks, but I think they reversed some of the nerfing that they did on the missiles, because I was able to fire these successfully in a couple of matches. And I had some really good matches out of them. I even posted a video that has a measly 498 damage, but in the video you can see that the missiles are going up and over the targets better than they were even a week ago. So I'm running 4 LRM-20s, 4 ER medium lasers, and then as far as ammo goes, just 8 tons of ammo. And why am I kind of running low on that? Normally I run way more than that. Part of the reason is because I wanted to have a targeting computer and a clan active probe. Now, the two together work really well, but do they work as well as the clan or the Innersphere one? No, not even close. The Innersphere gets the targeting, their computer, which you have to put in the center head torso, and then you can get a Beagle active probe to go with it. And I believe one of them gives you the Beagle gives you 25% target gain information, and the other one gives you 45%, the one that has to go in the head, onboard computer. The clan active probe gives you 25% gain boost on targeting. And then the targeting computer here, target gain boost 22.5%. So it's not even close. I mean, it's an improvement, but one of these should have been doing 45%, and the other, and that would have been this one here, but it's not. So the targeting computer is way better on the other one, not to mention the zoom level that you get on the Inner computer is so much better. You don't even need advanced zoom at all, because when that thing is on zoom 2, it's 200% magnification. And then advanced zoom is only 260, so 60 is nothing. So yeah, that's a huge boost. And the reason why that's important to me is because I like to fire my missiles, whether they're LRMs or ATMs, without locks. And I do it quite often. I'll actually purposely unlock the weapon when I'm firing if I'm in range, sensor range. And the reason is because they don't think the missiles are coming in or something's going on, but they don't get that information that the missiles are inbound. And when they're not inbound, when they don't know they're inbound, that means that they're not going to try and duck away from it. And that's especially important on clan mechs, because one of the things I did in one of my video reviews is that I alluded that the problem that clan mechs have is their missiles come in a cyclet rate. In other words, they fire independently or individually 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, or whatever, moving on. Whereas on Inner mechs, if you have an LRM 20, all 20 of them fire at the same time, and they all land approximately the same time, and that is wonderful. And that's just one of the differences between the two, and that's probably the biggest difference of the reason for weight. An LRM 20 on a clan mech is only 5 tons. It's twice as much on a Inner mech, but you get the benefit that they all land on the target at the same time. So it's really hard to duck away from a missile group that's coming in and you didn't know they're coming in, and they all suddenly hit you at the same time. At least with a clan one, you get a little bit of advanced warning and you can move around or twist to spread the damage. But on Inner mech, there is no spreading the damage. You just don't have the time. But anyway, so yeah, this is the Cobra Cat, and let me show you what I'm running for the skills. So on top of the wonderful skills that this thing has, I decided to go all up. So full range, lots of extra heat management, velocity, all the missile features, of course, density, armor hardening, reinforced casing, because I added that because this does have a tendency to do some tanking, and that's why I have that on here, and that's part of the reason I don't run as many missiles as I do on my other Nova Cats. Overheat damage, absolutely got to add that because, you know, it can happen. Cool run, heat containment, target decay, absolutely a must if you have an LRM boat. If you have an ATM boat, it's hit and miss, really. Honestly, I don't run it on my ATM builds because it's really kind of almost pointless. Once they go into cover, those missiles are not going to arc and go down under around the corners of things. They just don't. Target info gathering as well as seismic sensor, absolutely. And I scrimped on this one to go with a little bit better heat management and the reinforced casing. So I'm not running a full radar deprivation on this build. 2 cool shots in a UAV. The original paint scheme that comes with this thing is actually pretty nice, but I don't like it as much, and I really like this much better. So I'm basically firing these in groups, left and right, arms and torsos, and then of course the missiles. In the first 2 or 3 volleys of a match, I fire all 4 of these at the same time. If you're running Artemis on this, you can still run 4 LRM-15s with Artemis, and it does similar damage, but not quite as much. Even with the Artemis, the LRM-15s just don't do as much damage. Can you run 4 LRM-20 Artemis on here? No, there just simply isn't enough room. And I'll show you what I mean. If you make this Artemis, and you go to add an LRM-20 on here, There just simply isn't enough room. Won't fit. You can get I think you can get an LRM-15 in here, but you need with Artemis it takes 5 slots, so you can run 4 LRM-15s, no problem, and you could theoretically run the oh, you'd have to take some stuff off. You could run it this way and be able to get away with that, but your heat goes way up. So if you did just the standard 4 LRM-15s, this allows you to put one of your double heat sinks back on board, and you actually have room to add additional ammo, 2 tons, doing it this way. Your heat management's 125. That's more than acceptable. It's better than what I'm running currently for my setup with the 4 LRM-20s. And you still have 2 extra tons for ammo if you wanted. But honestly, if it was me, I would just keep with what I've got and go with this. Now you're sitting at 134 with 4 LRM-15s. The downside of it is it's not as much firepower output. So this doesn't do as much damage in that way this is sitting as this does here. It's just a fact. This is going to do more. It's just got more of it. The Artemis, yes, does have the ability to get better targeting and bigger hits, but when I run 4 of these, I consistently do a lot of over 800 damage matches versus the when I'm running the 4 LRM-15 Artemis. In that configuration, it usually varies between 600 and 800 damage on good matches. Great matches, 700 to 800, maybe close to 900, but it's rare. So this is why I'm running this configuration. Anyway, I hope this was helpful, and I hope you consider this mech as a possible build. And this is very viable, absolutely very viable. And I think this is actually similar to the way it comes when you buy it in the store. Let's go and look at it. And let's see here. Is that the Cobra Cat? Yeah, that's the Cobra Cat. Yeah, so this is the way it originally comes. It's not bad. I usually go with white and red and black so that the eyes are red. Around the eyes liner is black, you know, because that's the way girls do it. And then the rest of the body is white. This is still not very bad, but yeah, let's actually take a look at this. Ugh. I have run ATMs on this build, 2 ATM 9s, and God, 16 and 14 for the armor in the rear. That's just leaving so much armor. It's pointless. What do we got here? 6 tons of ammo, and they're running streaks. Ugh, that's just gross. Look at that. You lose one torso and you lose all the ammo for one and not the other. I would separate these out, absolutely. But this is never how I'm going to ever run this build. There's no major quirks that gives you advantages for having ATMs on here. So there's no real point. The other problem is that when you look at this thing, the ATMs are kind of low. If they were up high, like they are on the Sun Spiders and stuff, I might consider it, but no, absolutely not. Anyway, hope to see you out on the battlefield.